Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Orlando Sentinels and the London Black Knights. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Sentinels and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudron. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Orlando club, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And Scout folks believe that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Check. Blue line. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go. Check 3.
This is Shepard on the catch. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here.
From the gun, Mariota. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a huge play that time. 42 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Mariota. And finding the tight end Hooper. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And let's look defensively at the starters.
Ha-ha Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are visitors to take over on offense. First down, Mariota. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This one complete to Ingram. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Carr now on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Mike, 55.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Dixon complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Again, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. And Jeffrey's got it. A first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It's a give to Freeman running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, 1st-round draft pick. Uncle was a 1st-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Now Carr gets it off to Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, MD, guilty there. After the penalty, it's Ingram trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota's got Hooper on the short connection, and they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here is the home side to take over on offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. And he fires one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Carr, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run. Devontae Freeman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Watkins. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ingram. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mariota now. It's caught. Shepard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Where are they, team? Watch it, I got you, pop.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From just shy of midfield, Mariota, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw Mariota toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again. Mariota. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Sanders' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Carr swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let him know. Check 4.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A 1st down throw for Mariota.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. In our game, it was Marcus Mariota with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a third down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Carr completes it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Carr going to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
Here we go. Here we go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mariota looking down, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's got it. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. It's complete to Snead. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They toss to Freeman. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
65.
From the gun, it's Carr. Snead's got it. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On 1st down, it's Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action now. Mariota throwing deep for Galladay. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense.
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now Carr, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr, and he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Ingram again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, you got three, three down.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Carr now to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Completes it to Dixon. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
You got nothing.
Now Carr again. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake, Mariota. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now Mariota. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, Tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Right now. That's it. Wide 88. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check. 50.
Carr now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Carr. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing now is Carr. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Hey, here we go. Jam, 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 jam.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Monday, down. You ready?
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. To throw again on second down. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Carr going to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Taken in at the 11. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So here are our visitors to take over on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll run on first down. Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
49, check 49, check 49.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for our visitors, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.